Now who's got a drink for me? You?
It's good to see you, friend. You will always have a place aboard the Prowler. The Queen? Of course we can do this. We shall set out for Haven at once, if you are ready. Where we left it, I'd hope. But come, join me for a drink. It's good luck to share a glass before a long voyage. Unless you can't handle this stuff. Then you can meet us in Vulkelgard. How about a friendly wager? We match each other, glass for glass. Win, and you travel to Haven in the privacy of your own cabin. But if I win, you launder our clothes for the entire voyage. Deal? Ha! Deal! Bottoms up. And speaking of bottoms, my quartermaster prefers a crisp fold in his breeches. My head feels like a thunderbug crawled inside it. But I did win our contest. Ablan will bring the laundry for you. Every morning. Yes. Well, I was hoping you'd forgotten that raunchy song about the Queen. But what else could I rhyme with Vulkelgard? Are you ready? And can you stop thinking so loudly? Yes. Yes, we'll cast off as soon as the Prowler stops spinning. Bloody pirates. Haven is under pirate attack. Worse, they climbed in through our portholes and breached the hull. I'll use their blood to swab the decks. Think they'll put more holes in my hull, do they? We had just finished repairs on the last ones. We can't shore up the keel with saboteurs around, but we spotted a soldier nearby. Looks like Khajiit Royal Guard and some refugees. We'll keep the pirates off our own backs. Head to that soldier and see if you can help the refugees.
Ship. The Prowler, isn't it? I've heard tales of its captain and crew. If things weren't so dire, I'd hope to meet them. I'm uncertain. Lord Garashri brought my unit to Haven as part of our final training. But when we arrived, the city was under pirate attack. We worked with the fisher folk to help the citizens escape. The Jackdaws, a pirate band that raids throughout the long coast. But how could one pirate ship do so much damage? They shouldn't have taken the city at all, let alone as quickly as they did. The Speaker hoped to locate General Andare, but we could find no sign of her garrison. He feels the city's defense is our responsibility. But there are few of us. Please, find Lord Gareshri. Help take Haven back from the pirates. This one, I do not know. Not exactly. I only know what I must protect. But Lord Gareshri spoke with some refugees before he left. The merchant Narel, and Corinway, who leads the fisher folk. Perhaps they would know.
When I went to bed last night, I dreamed of a fully laden ship docking in the harbor. I thought it was a good omen. Couldn't have been more wrong. He was wading through the swamp with a handful of soldiers. They looked greener than the water. But good luck to the Cat Lord, I say. To the other end of the marsh. I've only seen the place from the Haven docks. Never thought I'd wade through it. If you're headed after the Cat Lord, cross the marsh and make for the walls. I'd wager he's by the gate. One moment I was nearly asleep, and the next I heard yelling. I looked outside and saw raiders with torches, so I leapt out the window and ran. That's right, completely nude all the way here. The fisherfolk loaned me some clothes. Good of them. Never seen it before this evening. I've sent apprentices there for alchemical supplies. Had I known it was crawling with Horvor, I would have increased their stipends. But not by much. You have to keep them in line. One moment I was nearly asleep, and the next I heard yelling. I looked outside and saw raiders with torches, so I leapt out the window and ran. That's right, completely nude all the way here. The fisherfolk loaned me some clothes. Good of them. Never seen it before this evening. I've sent apprentices there for alchemical supplies. Had I known it was crawling with Horvor, I would have increased their stipends. But not by much. You have to keep them in line. One moment I was nearly asleep, and the next I heard yelling. I looked at...
I'm hopeless. I'm ruined.
didn't they head for the walls?
Without the weight of numbers, we can't retake Haven by direct assault. The key to victory is the fort. Sharp clawed that one. It's why I left her in charge. This has been enlightening training cruise for my soldiers. I wanted to show them life outside of Elsewhere. For them to see what it means to be a Dominion citizen. I never expected this. Ah, yes. The great General Endari. I wanted to introduce my soldiers to a real Dominion hero. Shame that she's gone. Pulled her fearsome Jade Dragoons out of town before we arrived, and left the place defenseless. Seems the pirates decided to fill the void. A question for another time. Right now, we need to deal with these pirates. Jackdaws, they call themselves. We spotted a few giving orders to the others. These Jackdaw lieutenants are the key. We must know why have the Jackdaws lingered in Haven. What do they plan for its citizens? Take my notebook and find the Jackdaw lieutenants. Make note of anything they say which gives us a clearer understanding.
Yeah. Yeah.
On out! some of Haven's guard arrived to defend the fisher folk and refugees, I thought to sneak along the beaches, see what I could learn. Then I saw you. So, what should we do? Really? What are the Jackdaws planning? What? Why would pirates do such a thing? We must get to the fort and stop them. But if they hold the fort, they must have the gates locked. How could we get in? Good. If you can enter the fort and open the gate, I can bring reinforcements to you. Where is Lord Garashri? I must tell him of this plan. Then we both must hurry. Keep your wits about you, friend. We'll meet inside the fort and stop these pirates from whatever dark magics they plan.
you've done it. Well done, my friend. Lieutenant Kazargi brought me what you found. The pirate leader intends to fill Haven streets with undead slaves, but there's still time to stop them. They're coming from the Fighters Guild. I need someone I can trust to get inside and disrupt their foul rituals. Can I count on you once more? By Alkosh's scaly nethers, I knew you'd come through. Now, the pirates are likely to have the Fighters Guild heavily guarded and locked down. I hand it to you. Found it on a pirate's corpse and recognized the markings. The luck of Rachin was with me. I'm sure the Fighters Guild will approve of you smashing anything that doesn't belong. When you finish, inform Lieutenant Kazarki of your success.
Greetings, my friend. You did it. The undead fell in their tracks. The pirates, they surrendered or fled. A good day. They won't tell me. That means it's bad, isn't it? I'm going to die. Truly? Your words bring me hope. Lord Garishri isn't here, is he? No. He rallies the people of Haven against the pirates. Please, do not distract him with my fate. If I die from wounds justly earned, I'll greet my ancestors with honor. Tell the Speaker it was an honor to serve him.
Let's not have any trouble.
Ha! I knew you'd done it the moment those undead fell to tatters. Half of the pirates surrendered on the spot. They must have thought whatever you did to the undead would happen to them next. This means three things. First, you were instrumental in crashing the pirate invasion of Haven. Second, the Dominion's leadership owes you a debt of thanks. And third, I am privileged to be the one who pays it. An honor to fight beside you. I'd like to know why General Andare pulled her Jade Dragoons from Haven. Their absence nearly led to the Jackdaw's success. What? The last I saw, she was carving her way through undead warriors. How bad is it? Nonsense. I'll send for Mages Guild healers to treat her immediately. Don't you worry about Lieutenant Kazarki. She fought like she was born with 6 claws. There's no way she'll go without a fight.
Yeah. 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 What do you want? Yeah.
Can you believe it? Dragons in your own homeland. What are you?
This one does not go. Greetings, Sarah. A moment, if you please.
You're a bold one to approach so fearlessly. Give me a good reason to speak with you. I'll make it seem like you're here at my request. Otherwise, my subjects will think you cut the line and start sizing you up for dinner. How thoughtful. I could hardly turn down such a generous gift, especially with the trouble brewing in Eldenroot. How are you at building embassies? You see, Queen Ayrenn promised one would be built for the Khajiit as a gesture of goodwill. But now a year has passed and there's still no Khajiit embassy. This has led to no end of headaches. Good question. You wish to serve the Comoran throne? You can start by asking Prince Naaman why his people aren't fulfilling their promises. He's the one who seems to have the entire Elden Tree lodged up his flue. I can say that. I'm the king.
Yes? Quickly now. Don't leave your mouth to hang agape. That again? My sister, Queen Ayrenn, foolishly committed to build the Khajiit an embassy months ago. Everything was to be handled through Ambassador Tar Rinway at the Ultima Embassy. No, you don't get to question me, not after you slew High Kinlady Estri. Do you think I'm one to have a chat with the person who killed my wife? That we'll break out the Sylphmead and share a good laugh? I suppose that's my burden. Very well, I won't give you the satisfaction of doubting my loyalty. You were asking after the Khajiit? Ask a stonemason. I have to prepare for the ratification ceremony before Queen Ayrenn's arrival. I can't be troubled with such minor issues. If you care to pursue the matter, speak with Ambassador Tar Rinway at the Ultima Embassy.
You're not one for waiting in lines, are you?
My brother was stationed at
Honor
First
to
Hall.
you and your house, Sarah. My lord, de Vaithfir, would speak with you at once.
Haven is free of pirates. Looks like General Endare kicked them out. Yeah.
I suppose a wanderer like you wouldn't know what busy looks like. I will demonstrate. Feel free to observe, quietly and from a distance. Oh, forgive my manners. There's so much to do in preparing for Queen Irene's ratification ceremony. Tempers fray, as I'm sure you can understand. But if Prince Naaman sent you, it must be important. What can I do for you? Why would Prince Naaman care about that? If they are too lazy to build their own embassy, can't they afford an inn? Well, of course, I ordered it done. I hired some wood elves to excavate the stone and set aside supplies for Khajiit to use. It isn't my fault if the locals couldn't do their jobs. Check our storeroom. The Khajiit didn't even bother to pick up the supplies. In the meantime, I'm off to locate Prince Naaman. If he didn't send you here with his blessing, I'll see you face Dominion justice. We'll see what Prince Naaman thinks of your impertinent questions.
That's far enough. The storeroom is off limits. Ambassador Turin weighs orders. She did? That's different then. Show me her orders and I'll stand aside. Then I can't let you inside. Her instructions were very specific. No one gets in without her written permission. I'm to remain at my post until relieved. Except in an emergency, of course. The Khajiits could riot. That would be bad. Very bad. Or a fire, of course. But the chances of that happening are slim. What? Did you hear that? I could have sworn it was my captain calling me away.
Where is the guard? And what are you doing here? I'd expected you would solve problems at the embassy, not cause them. Do you realize what's happening out here? Oh, never mind. Explain what you were doing in that storeroom. Why would she do that? Oh, never mind. Well, what did you find? Typical bureaucratic corruption. I expected better of the ambassador. No matter. Supplies can be replaced. What about the Khajiit embassy? Did she say why construction hasn't begun? What do you mean, collect stone? That should have happened months ago. They should be ready to build it. I'll talk to the ambassador myself. Put the fear of the Dominion into her. I'm surprised we didn't pass each other on the road. Get to those ruins and find that work crew. I want to know why they hadn't done their jobs. I won't have Queen Irene's word impugned by someone else's incompetence.
You there. We need to talk. Saw you standing over the body of a dead wood elf. Nearly put an arrow in your throat. Good thing I recognize you. Azerith, behind Dusk Ranger.
We work directly for King Camoran Eredon. Saw you earlier in the throne room. The king had his suspicions about the missing work crew and asked me to look into it. Seems we both have a stake in this. I know enough. Khajiit owed an embassy. They're angry the High Elves are dragging their feet to build it. Seemed like politics until a dozen stonemasons vanished without a trace. The king sent me to find out why. Before the Dominion, King Camoran Eredon nearly lost a civil war. I came to see if the missing stonemasons were targeted by the Blacksap Rebellion. But Blacksap would have displayed the bodies, not left them as food for Horvor. The king suspects Ambassador Tarinwe has been up to no good. Little things, some of her associations. But he can't accuse his allies of undermining the whole alliance. So he sent me to deal with it. Ambassador Tarinwe used criminals to smuggle supplies. Never directly, but enough for us to notice. I'm not saying she had these stonemasons killed, but I'd like to ask her myself. Problem is, there's nothing we can do while she's in the Altmer embassy. If she left the embassy, she knows someone's onto her. She'll go to ground, try to flee. Have someone smuggle her out of Grotwood. We should probably stop her. Meet me by the Middens, at the base of the Elden Tree. I'll be there shortly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so... Oh, well.
They call this place the Middens because it's where all the refuse ends up. We clear them out now and again, but they always come back. Necessary evil, I'm told. Spoke with someone I trust. She's definitely here. We should get moving. We're not far behind her. Capture her, bring her in for questioning. Find proof she's behind this so Prince Naiman doesn't explode with outrage. Never thought I'd hunt a High Elf ambassador. Smugglers, skooma addicts, and more than a few criminals. They keep to themselves, but sometimes they band together to repel outsiders. Kind of like a filthier version of the Dominion. Our goal is to find Ambassador Tarinwe before she buys passage out of Grotwood. Staying in the shadows, avoiding unnecessary conflict. That's what I'd do. But there's a lot of ground to search. I'll follow your lead.
I wasn't always a beggar.
Sacanarao!
Please, let me go.
I'm going to die down here. Hungry. Oh. I must smell all blood.
Prince Naaman sent someone to the embassy. We have to leave before we're discovered.
For the heretics!
On your feet. You're coming with me.
Why? Where are you taking me?
To King Camoran Eredon, where you'll answer for crimes against the Dominion.
He'll have me killed and served for dinner.
Only if you're proven guilty. And if you are, none of us could stomach you. Now get moving. Good working with you. I'll take it from here. You should inform the king of the good news.
Could you help me out?
The guild has need of you, comrade.
You've returned. What have you learned of the Khajiit embassy? Oh, good. Nothing I enjoy more than talk of conspiracy. Did the ambassador have a manifesto? They usually have manifestos. No matter. I trust you resolved it. Splendid. I'll allow you the honor of informing Prince Naemon. Why not tell him the duly selected High Elf ambassador was working against the very dominion she pledged to support? I'll sit in my throne and try not to gloat.
I heard what you said to the king. Ambassador Tar Rinway a traitor, my wife's killer, a loyal servant, and I, Queen Ayrenne's representative in Eldenroot, required to thank you for your efforts. Very well. I'll provide no reason to question my duty to the Dominion. We'll interrogate Ambassador Tar Rinway until we know the extent of her treason. Then she'll die, as all traitors must. But no matter. Your efficiency in resolving this matter was commendable, and the Dominion rewards its servants. Ambassador Tar Rinway's betrayal could not have been more absolute. She knew the details of the ratification ceremony, which puts Queen Ayrenne at risk. It's my sister's own fault. She thought to appease the Sylvanar and the Main by agreeing to this foolish process. The ratification ceremony ends with the orrery, an ancient device beneath Eldenroot. It will divine Queen Ayrenne's capacity to become Empress, or some such. But Ambassador Tar Rinway assisted in the preparations. I must assume she tried to sabotage the proceedings. Doing so would make Queen Ayrenne look weak. No, we must proceed. You've proven your competence, so I'll ask you to speak with Melaras. He's an expert on the orrery and knows what must be done. Quite pleasant once you grow accustomed to the smell. The preparations for this ratification ceremony seem endless, but I'm up to the task. She asked how she could prove herself their rightful leader. The Sylvanar suggested the orrery nonsense, and the Main agreed. Of course, neither will be present to see it, yet my sister is held to her pledge. How unexpected. Khajiiti political excuses are impossible to discern. I know the Main will not be present, and that's all I care to know. As for the Sylvanar, he died on Kenathi's roost. Thought he could negotiate with the filthy sea elves. King Camoran Eredan. It's beneath his city, so there's no turning him away. And myself, of course.
Please don't mind Prince Naaman. Ambassador Turinway's betrayal is a shock to us all. But no matter, the orrery must work flawlessly for the Queen. That's what we will ensure. Enough to be of service. The orrery hasn't functioned as intended for ages. We planned to use some rather delicate magic to trick it into operation. But if Prince Naaman believes there was sabotage, we must look to an alternative method. Why, we'll look to the past! According to legend, the orrery required a skilled operator, an Ayleid source of power, and a divine spark before it would function. Without all three, it won't do anything but spin. Quite pretty, but not very useful. Conservator Daraneth maintains the orrery and has studied the Ayleid monitoring rituals. Unfortunately, she was called away to Southpoint for a personal matter. If you can locate her and convince her to return, we'll have our operator. The Heart of a Numeral originally brought life to the orrery, according to the texts. It long ago went missing, but a member of the local Mages Guild named Laranalda theorizes it's in a local Ayleid ruin. She's currently at the Reliquary of Stars, seeking the Heart of a Numeral. I've researched this a bit. Really, you need to be in 3 places at once. Simple, right? But the Fallen Esti Winter site is rumored to hold a relic of the Khajiit thief god. For our purposes, Radchin's mantle will serve as the divine spark, if it's truly there, of course. Wonderful! Have anything you find sent directly to the orrery. Once everything is in place, we can begin the ratification ceremony. And do refrain from referring to Conservator Daraneth as a missing element.
And how would that work exactly? They'd skitter away. Don't believe everything you hear.
You there, halt! Southpoint is currently off limits. You'll need to keep back for your own safety. The citizens of Southpoint are killing each other in the streets. I've seen nothing like it. Captain Alanthor may need help evacuating survivors. You'll find him by the road, outside the town.
Turn back, citizen. Southpoint is... I don't know what to call it exactly. I sent 3 of my best scouts into Southpoint to answer that very question, but none returned. Until I know their fates, I can't request reinforcements. But I won't send anyone else inside until I know what happened to my scouts. You see my predicament. I certainly won't stop you. One of Southpoint's citizens also offered to help find the scouts, but she seemed a bit eccentric. Perhaps she has something to offer beyond alarming theories? You should know Daraneth has some sort of position in Elden Root. Seems to think her reputation precedes her. No need to kiss the hem of her robes, but she's far less prickly if you show her some respect. Last I saw Daraneth, she was taking shelter in one of the tents. I could do without this damnable rain. It's been storming since we arrived, and it shows no sign of letting up.
Did someone call my name? Did Captain Alanthor send you to mock me? Did you come to tell me I don't know the work of a Daedric prince when I see one? Isn't it obvious? Madness swept through Southpoint like a plague, and so quickly. Only one Daedric prince has such power. No, it's... Wait, yes, that's it exactly. The Daedric Prince of Madness himself, here in Southpoint. It's all rather exciting, isn't it? I'm exceptionally concerned. It is my home, after all. Was I'd rather show my concern by doing something about the problem. The captain wanted to find his scouts, didn't he? We should get going. Of course, you need someone who knows the town, and I need someone with whom to take a stroll in this lovely rain. No use arguing. I've been getting my way since before you were born. Or do you want a sweet old woman to show more courage than you? Yes. What of it? Actually, I'm needed in South Point. Unless the Queen prefers it left to the whims of a Daedric prince, she can wait. We should check the homes, be neighborly, see if those inside know where the scouts are. No scout. And I do hope that smell came out of an animal. No scouts here, just my neighbor. Although this is certainly an interesting arrangement.
It's not time yet. The mayor said you can't eat me until dinner. Praise Arcane. This entire town has gone mad. We should have informed Captain Elonthor immediately, but I insisted we press on. If we'd fallen back, maybe my scouts would still be themselves. The mad people brought us to their mayor. I don't know how he did it, but he turned my scouts into bears. Bears! I thought he'd do the same to me, but he changed his mind. Said the town folks should have me for dinner. He locked himself in that big cathedral, saw the doors flare up briefly, glowing as bright as the sky, and then it faded. Magic keeps them shut, I'm sure of it. I've had enough of this place. Please untie me. I need to warn Captain Elonthor. I'm getting out of here. I recommend you do the same.
This mayor seems a charming fellow. We should decide what must be done about him. Soldiers turned into bears, people setting themselves on fire, and now a mad mayor locked in a cathedral. I know I should be horrified, but it all sounds so exciting. Oh, I suppose I can reverse the effects of the mayor's magic. After many, many years of honing my craft, this should be a simple matter. But if we're hunting bears, I'll need you to be the bait. I'm an old woman, and such magic requires precision. Wrestling with bears impedes precision. Slap them about their faces, throw sticks at them, call them harsh names, however you must. Keep their attention while I do the complex part. I have an old scroll tucked away in my basement laboratory. If we have it in hand, it won't matter how tightly he's locked that cathedral door. But first, we should rid South Point of its bear problem. Shall we? Smash it in the head! Keep it away from me!
Thank you. I can leave this nightmare.
stone is broken. Flee while you can.
That wasn't so difficult, was it? Now let's head to my laboratory. We'll need that scroll to get into the cathedral. We won't make it inside my laboratory unless we stop the lightning. If someone conjured this storm, they do it from somewhere they could see everything in South Point. There's an old Colovian tower nearby. It's the highest point in the town, aside from the cathedral.
That's it! Have some lightning! You want more lightning? I have plenty to go around! You get the lightning! Now you get the lightning! What are you doing here? I don't know you. So what if I am? They called me an angry drunk. Said I'd never amount to anything. But now I have the lightning, and I'll give it to anyone who makes me mad. Shut your mouth and walk away, or you'll get the lightning, just like all the others. I don't need to listen to this. I'll show you, like I did them. Nobody pushes Rufinus around!
Didn't think you had it in you, but the storm's clearing. We should head to my laboratory. Now where did she... Ah, yes, it's on my desk. Yes, over there. Do you see it? Let's head to the cathedral. We're the last people the mayor will expect. The mayor? Wait! I recognize him. Let me see if I can talk some sense into him.
Who's there? How did you get in? Go. I want to be alone.
Don't you recognize me, Mayor Olis?
Dareneth. Thank the Divines. Sheogorath did this. All of it. He used me.
And how exactly did he use you?
He promised me power, the respect I deserve. But then he cursed my tongue with madness and let me make a mess of this town.
You're so pitiful, even for a mortal.
What?
You heard me! Oh, I've always wanted to meet a person within a person. Tell me, what's it like?
I'm so sorry, Sheogorath. I thought you'd abandoned me.
Owlie, I left you a tongue that drives people mad. But I suppose if you don't want my gift, I can take it from your mouth and give it to my new favorite mortal friend.
Oh, think of all I've built here. The wonderful screams I've created, all in your name. Doesn't that make me your favorite?
Oh, very well. Sorry, my second favorite mortal friend. We had a good run, but it's time for your curtain call.
Good. You're finally coming up? I don't remember how I came to be here in the cell. When I woke, you were just standing there, foaming at the mouth. Count yourself lucky that Sheogorath had no desire to treat you like a puppet, unlike myself. I was in Eldenroot when I heard some of the strange rumors coming from South Point. When I returned here, I recognized the signs. But when I arrived at my laboratory, Sheogorath was already there, dancing. Then I was dancing. After that, it all went dark. I saw and heard everything we did, but I couldn't affect a thing. It was a waking nightmare. My own mind, a prison. I expected him to kill us both, but we're here, aren't we? Best not to think of it. Applying logic to the mad god is unwise. Mayor Olus happened. He's always blamed others for his own shortcomings, but I never realized he'd been touched by Sheogorath. The only way the madness will end is with his death. I don't see how. Those bars are thicker than sword blades. We aren't going anywhere. It seems Sheogorath made a few changes to these catacombs. There were never any prison cells below the cathedral. I already tried. It seems Mayor Olus found my magic somehow. I'd say it's maddening, but less so than having a Daedric prince steer you around like a carriage. When they come for us, we can try to fight our way out. If they come for us.
Such despair! Well, if it isn't me old friend Huntsforbucks. No, don't look so glum, or the skeevers'll notice. Then, well, they hit you up for spare gold, a few shin bones, your best pair of cheese-fitted slippers. Insufferable beasts. They can't hold a conversation. Mayor Owlus is a curd in the soup. A real fly in the way, don't you say? Made a mess of me gift. The kind from the wrong end of a dog. I tried to encourage him. Even brought him a hero to destroy. But he couldn't go through with it. Can you imagine? I led you right here to make it all boring again. And what did he do to stop you? Nothing! There I stood, in my best old lady suit, and he said it was all my fault. He just needs motivation. What better than an escaped prisoner seeking vengeance? Could you kill someone you love? I can't. Well, I have, but not Mayor Olus. It would be too pedestrian. No, I want you to try killing him. I want him to reach deep down, below all the marmalade and crushing failures defining his life, to find a seed of confidence and grow it into a tree of gumption he'll use to beat your brains to paste. But if not, any brain paste will do. Even his. Deal. Oh, and one more thing. Dareneth stays behind. If you bore me too much, I'd turn her into a goose, roast her, and feed her to you covered in fine Adar glaze. The goose, I mean. It's a mite bit chilly for my Adar pants. And make it entertaining, would you? After spending so much time in this town, I finally know where the Colovians keep their fur hats.
This is your chance to fix this mess. Go, deal with the mayor. If South Point bores him,
Already bored! Here, I brought you some presents. The shiny ones are always the best, wouldn't you say?
borrow your place to settle a wager?
Bridges out! My boredom washed it away. Really got in the cracks there. Do you have to lumber a bit like that? Show some... Show some passion! A little swagger!
Like its eyes were staring brandy. I give for the magic.
It's just it. I can never decide between choice and free will. Which will triumph in the end? But why not settle the matter for me? Or you could yank a lever, but that's hardly fun for either of us. I just told you, choice and free will are subjects I hold quite dear. So, you could fight a very good friend of mine, or you can pull another lever. Your choice. Wonderful! Just say the word and I'll bring him here. Free will! Get out here! There's someone I want you to meet! Not much gusto. With a smidge of verve, 3 jots brio, the essentials for a moxie fondue.
What do you mean, coming to kill me?
It's a gift! What does I say? To shine! To prove you have some backbone that won't snap at the lightest touch! Really, Howdy, I'm quite fond of you. Ooh, fondue. What was I saying?
That you're fond of me. That you don't want to watch me die.
Watch you die horribly. All alone. And laughing my head off when it happens. Oh, that doesn't sound like me, does it? But I'm sure you can work the matter out for yourself.
Please, don't do this. Maybe we can work something out. It's not fair. I never wanted this, any of this. Now I'm to die for it. But you're reasonable, aren't you? We can talk about this. Work something out. You do have a choice. Not like me. Sheogorath listened to me. Said he would take me down a golden path. Nobody in South Point ever respected me or gave me a chance to prove who I could truly be. What choice did I have but to make them all see who I really am? My family ruled South Point for generations. But after we lost everything, where was my birthright then? They wouldn't bow to me as they should, so now I've made them bow. It's the burden a true leader must bear. I shouldn't have to die for it. No. I won't let you cast me aside like everyone else. I'll make you see, just like all the others. I'll share Sheogorath's gift. Make you respect my power. Kneel before me. Kneel before me.
And that's why you're my new favorite mortal. When you kill something wonderful, you keep it interesting. Fresh. Dare I say, jovial. Makes me wonder if I should stick around. See what wonderful things you'll kill next. Think I don't remember, you daft little sprig? Call me a debt hedger, will you? A deal fondler. But you're forgiven. I've always said grudges are like a good cheese. Hold them inside for too long, and you're the one to suffer. Don't be a stranger!
It seems Sheogorath held up his end of the deal.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Help! Oh, help me! Get me up! Soldiers. Soldiers everywhere. They turned our holy site into a slave camp. Get out of here while you still can. Dominion soldiers. They're led by General Indare, the Jade Butcher at Cormount. They forced us to dig for them, to uproot the soil. They're looking for something buried deep in the ground. One of the soldiers called it Rachin's Mantle. My friend Raylor seemed really concerned. He asked me to go to Elden Root and warn the Mages Guild. I've never seen him so worried. Raynor is near those glowstones. Be careful!
You aren't with the pilgrims, are you? Then perhaps you can be of assistance. General Endare scours this place for Rajine's mantle, but the relic must be kept from her hands. Either she misunderstands the dangers, or she thinks they don't apply to her. I'm concerned about its misuse. Unless you're prepared to handle them correctly, relics such as these can corrode you. I would tell General Endare myself, but I don't trust her intentions. Not after she pressed these pilgrims into service. Then she's in luck. I served the 8 divines before joining the Mages Guild. I know what must be done to safely transport a relic such as Rajine's mantle. We'll just need to find it before General Endare does. The Falinesti faithful believe the Welkin stones hold the memories of the Walking City. Earlier, I heard soldiers speaking of the same stones. If you can see me past the frost trolls, perhaps we can see what the stones have to do with Rajine's mantle. Let's see what these stones reveal. There must be more to see.
I cannot sleep. And my husband
smells of wet bark and death!
What else can we learn?
Yeah.
All three of its eyes are staring at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Faithful were forced to dig. We should speak of this. General Endari was certain she'd find Rodjine's mantle beneath the Falinesti winter site. She made the Falinesti faithful dig for that frozen vault. It seems they have uncovered it. And it would certainly explain the frost trolls. Perhaps Kirtor can help. The Falinesti faithful aren't led by anyone, but after the soldiers arrived, he worked to keep tempers calm. He may know where to find the vault. Last I saw, he was in an encampment near the dig site. Mostly Falinesti faithful with a handful of soldiers. We should avoid the site itself. The frost trolls are down there. They're peaceful sorts. Most believe their faith will one day draw the walking city back from wherever it disappeared. You'd be better off asking them to explain their own delusion. I've noted it's not a religious experience for everybody. Some use the annual pilgrimage to hold a revel in Falinesti's honor. Any excuse to celebrate.
You travel with Braylor. He has proven himself a friend to the Falinesti faithful. There are questions written upon your faces. What is it you seek? As was General Endari. When our digging revealed existing tunnels, she pulled us back to our camp before taking her soldiers to the dig site below. Then the frost trolls emerged from the caves. They slaughtered most soldiers left behind. It seems you diverted a frost troll from one of her soldiers. Upon reaching safety, the knowledge you seek was passed to me. She was last seen in the northernmost cave of the dig site.
Are you another soldier? Come to loose trolls upon the Valenwood? How can so many know my name after all these years? Yes, I am Narame. I hope to stem the tide of frost trolls by sealing their egress, but ice is the only form I may take beyond the walls of my prison. Tell me why you are here. You are not the first. General Endare broke through to my prison in search of the same. I will aid you in seeking Regine's mantle, but only if you swear to free me. Regine's mantle is the key to my prison beneath the Fallenesti winter site. If I but touch its hem, it will steal all my hatred for Regine's shadow and fill the void with love. I'll make lute strings of his innards first. Only another may safely free me. A cruel and spiteful jest. There is another cave, sealed by a frost-covered door. It leads to my prison. If you swear to free me, I will allow you inside to speak of Regine's mantle.
Eternal thanks.
There. Come. Let us speak of Regine's... This way! I'm in here! My prison holds me in complete solitude for centuries, yet 2 visitors arrive on the same day. But we have little time. General Endare has pushed deeper into the prison. Take this ring. It's my wedding band. It's the one thing I hold dear in this wretched place. Should you bring it to the inner vault, I can join you in icy form. I'll warn you of the dangers and aid you against them. You swore you would free me! Forgive me. The promise of freedom ruins my manners. You should do what you must, and what you are willing. I will not press you to betray who you are, not on my account. Head up the stairs and through the door. My construct will join you shortly.
General Endari's soldiers were no match for the inner vault. Step carefully.
Take it from me!
Who are you? And why are you dragging that frost witch behind you? Out with it! You? I'm a decorated general of the Aldmeri Dominion, a hero to my people. Who better qualified to wield the power of a god? But I found Rajine's mantle. Why should Queen Ayrenn be the one to wear it? I've been fighting since before she was born. You're right. We were overrun. I thought to use its power to slay our foes, but I couldn't stop. I killed my own soldiers. I can feel it, bringing my shadow to life. You must stop me, no matter the cost. No. You're trying to trick me. Trick the trickster god. Huh. I can see through your lies. I won't give it to you or anyone. You'll fall to Rajine's shadow. You aren't worthy of its power.
I can't believe my eyes. You hold it in your hands. Now, to break my bonds from this horrid prison. Removing Rajine's mantle from the inner vault weakened the magic of the prison. Now you must break it, once and for all. Regine's mantle is a slippery thing, especially with enchantments that bind its bearer. Place it upon the brazier at the heart of this room, and it will smother the curse upon me. Have no fear. The relic will come to no harm. Soon I'll leave this place and return to my home. I'd nearly lost all hope.
Lady Nerume, you denied my love, and now I deny your journey home. If you beg my forgiveness, convincingly, I'll return the Walking City from where I stole it.
What? Could that filth? He took the Walking City? He took my home? Or is this another of his lies? What else can I do but seek my home? But everything is so different now. General Indare mentioned an Aldmeri Dominion, yet I don't know what that means. Without someone to guide me, I may as well prostrate myself before Regine's shadow. Truly? Then I must find this Braylor and see what he knows of Fallen Esti. I should seek him out, and see the sky again with my own eyes.
The Frost Trolls... Forgive me for stating the obvious, but you're alive! We heard some terrible noises in the caves below. What happened? And you freed Lady Nerume! She's quite agreeable, and could prove to be a living repository of knowledge regarding the Walking City. I hope General Indare didn't give you any trouble. I see. I don't know why she did all of this, but she was once a hero. I can't imagine her soldiers will take it well. But as you see, such relics are dangerous. I can deliver it to the Elden Root Mages Guild where its powers can be contained. I'll alert the Altmer Embassy when I've returned to Elden Root. Once I have it at the Mages Guild, I'll see if I can discern a safer way to handle it during a ratification ceremony. Excellent. I can't bear to think of the outcome had you not been here. But no matter. Lady Nerume and I will return to Elden Root as soon as it's safe.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
So, you have come. The vision holds true.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
So much to report. A fellow seeker of knowledge. I can tell by the glint in your eye. The Reliquary of Stars is a marvelous find, is it not? Why, it recently came alive, though perhaps awake is the more appropriate word. One of my fellow Mages Guild scholars leads the excavation if you care to learn more. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Lara Nalda or her assistants in quite some time. Suppose it's a bit troubling. Say, would you happen to be headed into the ruins? I have this report to finish, but if you could check on Lara Nalda, It'd set my mind at ease. I'd love to chat more, but I really must finish this report. My fellows in the Eldenroot Mages Guild are chomping at the bit to learn more of our findings. Yes, of course. Every dabbler in proto-alien literature knows. Many believe it's a metaphorical contrivance, but Laura Nalder thinks it's located in the walls of this ruin. If she wants to end such a promising career, more funding for the rest of us. I'm sure she can explain her ridiculous theories better than I.
If you're trying to sneak up on me, you have some competition. These flying books can be maddeningly silent when they want to be. Sometimes in pairs. They slam shut on your ear tips, then flutter off. It seems half the library has tormented us since we tripped the wards. I've been trying to settle things down, but it's slow going without my assistance. Tedrini headed to explore the Flesh Gardens. Once the wards broke, I sent Behilir to fetch him. Neither returned. Mages Guild protocol says I should remain in place until aid arrives. I'm hoping that's you. Do be careful out there. These books are harmless enough, but they aren't the only things flitting about in the dark. Everything was quiet when we arrived, but bones and other refuse littered the halls. With the wards broken, it wouldn't surprise me if more than books are moving about.
Hello? You aren't an illusion, are you? Thank the stars! You have to get me out of here! It seems I set off an ancient trap, but I think I've determined how those strange lights channel their energy, and how to turn it against them. Once trapped, strange creatures covered in eyes and tentacles descended from above. They reinforced the sconces with foul magic from their largest eyes. Those eyes are key. Extract one and use it to refocus the lights. It should break the binding. I don't know. Daedra, I expect? The horrors of Oblivion aren't my specialty. You'll know those floating beasts if you see them. They have many tentacles and seem quite nimble, like netches but covered in eyeballs. blasted Xarxes! I know I shouldn't have... Another one? Oh, my arms. I thought they were going to fall off. I'm glad the eyeball was worth it. So good when a theory works in practice, you know? I was certain it was a good theory. All part of the scholarly process, my friend. But never mind that. I should thank you for your timely rescue. I'll head back to our camp. I cannot wait to tell Rinaldo what happened here. I spent the first half of my day suspended in an elaborate alien light trap that you disabled with a slimy Daedra eyeball. I'd prefer to avoid any further excitement.
Its light. So many fleshlings running through the halls, such obstreperous creatures. You seem a fine specimen. I don't think I have one of your kind in my garden. Oh, and it speaks. I just finished a Tetrini, some of my finest work between you and me, though you couldn't possibly appreciate the detail. Why, you need to entertain me. There are a variety of chests throughout the gardens. I placed your friend's soul in one of them. See if you find it before my posing retinue tears you to pieces.
You perfidious slime! You'll rule the... What? You're not... And I'm... What happened? Lucchese. Why does that name sound familiar? Perhaps... No, I've lost it. Wait, where is La Rinalda? Good. That's good. Then it hasn't been too long. I really should head back, get my bearings. Don't worry about me. I know the way back.
Ah, good. Everyone back in one place. I was beginning to worry. And not a moment too soon. I managed to subdue one of the tomes. It's proven most enlightening. The Reliquary of Stars was created to preserve knowledge. This we already knew. But the book speaks of a deeper level, closed off from the rest of the ruin. I suspected the Heart of Anumeral was hidden somewhere in the ruin, and now I know where. If this description is accurate, the entrance lies somewhere in the Hall of Might. But there's something else. Would you come with me? Thank you. Tedrini has behaved quite erratically since his return. This should be far enough. When you went searching for my assistants, did you see anyone else? Anyone intelligent, I mean. Spectres don't count. Damn. That's what I was afraid of. The book mentions her specifically, some sort of caretaker. Her specialty was... well, there's no easy way around it. She controlled the minds of others. It seems even the Ayleids feared her. Maybe. Tedrini hasn't been the same since he returned. He's normally so enthusiastic about his studies, but he's withdrawn into himself. It's downright unsettling watching him suffer like this. I'd like to run some simple tests for signs of Daedric influence. While I do so, would you bring Behilir with you to search the Hall of Might? I suspect the Heart of Anumeral lays within its walls. Wonderful. If this tome is correct, there's a passageway hidden in the library. I'm sure you and Behilir will find it.
I heard my name. What do you need?
Behilir, our friend needs your help in the Hall of Might.
The Hall of Might? So you think we found it? Oh, exhilarating! Lead away, my friend. promising. Let's start searching. Must be around here somewhere. Over here! There's a draft coming from this bookcase! Numerial. I never thought I'd hold it.
In my own two hands. Well, puppet hands count as my hands. The power. It's exquisite. And I have you to thank. And now, I really must take this Behelia puppet for a stroll. Let's see how fast it can be done. Don't have time for this. This really is too easy.
Behelia, what are you doing? What happened? Why did Behelia sound so strange? Behelia suggested Tadrini was under her control. A ruse, and one I should have seen. But if Ukezi has the heart of Anumaril, she can use it to restore her spirit to her body. We have to get it back. Through the door. We've never been able to open it, and I don't know where it leads. Quickly, after her. I'll attempt to restore the wards here, should you fail. We can't allow a Daedra to wreak havoc with the heart of Anumaril.
And with one final shift. Yes, I can feel it. Where is that ugly thing? It shouldn't be here. You What's happening? think me defeat you so easily?
You! I hadn't thought you'd make it out alive. Ukezi must have been formidable alone. With the heart of a Numeril in her hands, I can hardly imagine. You do have it, don't you? Wonderful! When all the flying books fell, I knew it had left the ruins. I'll return it to the Elden Root Mages Guild, per our agreement with the king. We won't need to worry about Daedra finding it there. Very well. So they're really going through with it, are they? I'd pay my weight in gold to see the orrery working. I'll personally ensure it reaches there without further trouble, don't you fear. After I return it to the orrery, perhaps I can research its properties once the ceremony is complete. If the Queen allows, of course. I'm not one to stand in the way of royalty.
You have done what has not been done in centuries. All the parts of the orrery have been placed within the chamber, and Dareneth awaits us below. I must admit to being more than a little excited. I've never seen the orrery operational. Not much. You've done extraordinary work, and just in time for Queen Irenne's arrival. Imagine the chance to see the orrery operate. Conservator Dareneth is preparing Queen Irene as we speak. We should really head in there and get started. The ratification ceremony isn't going to perform itself after all. And from what I understand, Conservator Dareneth wanted to speak with you personally.
Comrade, a word.
What?
Preposterous! I'm an Aldmeri Vicereeve, an assistant to Prince Naemon himself. Why am I barred from the ceremony?
The orrery hasn't been activated in a millennia. It might work splendidly, yes. Or it might explode. But I'll speak with Daraneth if you insist on being present.
Upon consideration, I suppose I can wait by the door. To call for help.
Little brother, you shouldn't be here for this. Daraneth warned us of the dangers.
I won't turn my back on family. My place is in your shadow, as it has always been.
I know this can't be easy for you.
On the contrary, today the Dominion shall see why a High Elf is fit to lead all of Tamriel.
I used to despise your certainty. But today it's reassuring, oddly enough.
Apology accepted.
I'll make sure everyone clears out, as you requested. But you don't need to be here, Your Highness.
I used to sneak in here as a child and climb through the orrery's rungs. Do you think I'd pass up on the chance to see what it actually does? But have no fear. I want you at the outer door.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I won't let you down.
You never do.
Strange to see you after South Point. Not bad, just strange. But no matter. I can hardly believe we're about to breathe some life into this old girl. And before you ask, yes, I'm speaking of the orrery. Almost. You recovered the pieces needed for the orrery's activation, so it's only fair you're here to put them in place. So, I should be the one to ask. Are you ready? Good. The first thing you'll need is to take up Rachin's mantle. A god's hands move the orrery, goes the translation. But that's a load of boar slop. You simply need to be in 3 places at once. Rachin's mantle should allow for that. Oh, you'll be all right. That overly earnest fellow from the Mages Guild. Braylor, was it? He assured me you'd be safe if you wore it for no longer than 90 minutes. Or was it 9? No matter. The ceremony will take 5 minutes. Maybe 6. Approach the pillars beyond the orrery itself. You must activate each in turn while keeping one thought in mind. When you wear Rachin's mantle, you'll never be held in place. From what I understand, it should do the rest.
So this pile of moss and rubble determines the next emperor.
It's magnificent.
Nearly there, Your Majesties, Your Highness. That's it! It's working! It's actually working! Here, take hold of the heart of a numeral. Place it in the pillar next to our royal observers. That should do it! Awaken the orrery, whatever that truly means, but have no fear. This contrivance allows me to manipulate its energies. This means I can keep Queen Ayrenn safe when she steps inside. Now go, place the heart of a numeral. Let's see what all the fuss is about.
And now the Ayleid death trap will tell us if we have an emperor in our midst. Truly a momentous day.
Naemon, now is not the time.
Ayrenn, there's always time to protect you from yourself. For how could I let you risk your life in this contraption without testing it first, dear sister?
Wear Rachin's mantle. You'll never be held in place.
It's incredible! I can see the White Gold Tower! No!
What's happening to me? Run! You tricked Barney! All of you! I'll kill you all! It's fading.
Naaman, what were you thinking? Why? What? No, Why would Naaman do this? I made him a part of what we were building. Tried to show him this is about more than just our people. I would have all of Tamriel be our people. What the legend says. It revealed the person within. As it will do to me. Do you think I have a choice in this? I will enter the orrery, as I swore to the people of the Aldmeri Dominion. I must learn whether I'm fit to lead them. And if I'm not, if I'm changed, as my brother was, I can't become a danger to the people I've sworn to lead. Do you understand me? I must not delay. I'm myself, aren't I? A dominion of peace. The fair and just rule of Tamriel, beneath an Aldmeri banner. A future I hope to build. And you, standing at my side. Come, help me build the future. I don't intend to tell anyone what my brother did. As far as I'm concerned, he died trying to help me, not usurp my throne. The Staff of Magnus. A powerful object with the ability to suppress magic. Dangerous were it to fall into the wrong hands. Luckily, we already possess it. Go to Marbrook in Eastern Greenshade. Speak to Captain Sarandel about securing the staff. I'll follow soon after.
We heard sounds of battle. What happened?
There was an accident. My brother gave his life to protect us. He died a hero.
I don't...
I will soon go to Marbrook. Vicereeve Peladil, I want you to travel ahead with my brother's body. You will make the funeral arrangements.
Yes. Yes, Your Majesty. I understand.
Spare no expense for his funeral. All in the Dominion are welcome. All may pay their respects to a hero.
At once, Your Majesty.